Welcome to Come Get Woo Woo. We're your hosts, Becky and Ro, here to hold space for the unseen, the unspoken, and the deeply felt. This is a place for seekers, for those who sense that there's more, for those who hear between the words, feel beyond the room, and know without knowing why.
Together, we'll explore the language of spirit, the clarity of your clairs, and the signs that rise up when you're ready to notice. You're not imagining it, you're remembering it. This is Come Get Woo Woo.
Have you ever suddenly just known the answer to a problem, even though you had no data or logic to back it up? Or felt an unshakable certainty about a decision, despite all the evidence pointing otherwise? Welcome to the power of Claircognizance. Hey, woo-woo seekers. Welcome back to Come Get Woo-Woo with Becky and Ro. I'm Becky.
And I'm Ro. Today we're diving deep into what claircognizance really is, that profound, sudden download of information straight up into your mind. We'll explore how this gift connects to your chakras, the different ways that instant knowing can show up, and some of the lesser known clairs that intertwine with it. We'll also share some simple ways you can strengthen the ability and offer insights that go beyond what's in our journals or meditations. Think of this as a chance to really expand your understanding, to recognize how claircognizance might be working in your life already, and how you can trust that inner wisdom even more. So, Becky, what is claircognizance?
Claircognizance is clear knowing, an intuitive download of information without logic, reason, or prior knowledge. It's an intuitive ability to just know something without external evidence. Unlike clairvoyance, which is visions, or clairsentient, which is feelings, this is about images or emotions. It's about downloads of truth that land in your mind like a lightning strike. So this often arrives as sudden insight. It's like a strong gut truth or instant recognition. It's not about thinking, it's about knowing without knowing how you know. So the signature feeling is that sudden, I just know this. And commonly some of the signs for it is fast ideas, even mental aha moments. Oftentimes the shadow side of it, though, it's doubt, overthinking, dismissing intuitive thoughts as imagination. Ro, what should our woo seekers look out for to see if they have it?
Well, some of the signs to tell that you have it is you might often say, I just know, or you get an instant flash of truth without needing proof. You can sense the outcome of situations before they unfold, and ideas and solutions drop in fully formed, sometimes out of nowhere. You may struggle to explain why you know something because the info bypasses logic. Becky, do you ever remember having a time where you experienced having claircognizance?
There's several incidents, to be honest. The moment that I met my ex-husband, I knew that we were going to have a relationship together. I didn't know why. And one other relationship that I've had, I knew instantly there was a connection there, but I had no logic. That would be one of those instances. I think it's that gray area of like clairsentient and claircognizance.
Oh, so the feeling and the knowing.
Right. And I think they go hand in hand. So I would say that's definitely, or one of the clearest ones to me, last November, my daughter actually got into a car accident and I got the phone call, right? And I was at a dinner with friends and she's like, Mom, I'm in an accident. Here's the thing. I knew everything was going to be fine. There was this calm that overtook me that I wasn't worried. I just was very happy that she was okay. Like I was talking to her. I knew she was okay. And I'm sure there's many others, but yeah. How about you? Have you ever experienced anything like that?
Not like that per se, but I was a developer doing
Oh.
code. And so if I was thinking about something for a solution, how to fix something in code, it would just come to me. Like I could be driving and then all of a sudden I'll get the answer to do it. Or if I'm in the shower. So it used to happen a lot when I was developing.
Mm.
So how do you think it shows up?
I think in everyday life, knowing who is about to call is a fun little one that I think everybody kind of sometimes gets. Do I know if I need to answer the phone or not? Sometimes in relationships, feeling whether or not somebody's lying to you. Experience that many times over, but no evidence to back it up. So you think that you're going crazy. The creative flow. So all of a sudden getting that sudden idea or invention, a concept without prior thought. So, as I'm reading this, I am thinking about, I'm a hairdresser. So sometimes getting a flash of insight of like, okay, this is what they're talking about, or knowing what I should do. I think that kind of flows into that claircognizance too.
I think so too.
Yeah. So then there's, just receiving downloads during meditation, prayer, stillness. I mean, I had one not too long ago, and I'll post it in the notes, but it was very profound. I end up posting it on my Facebook page, and like I said, I'll post it in the extras.
Oh, nice. I'm sure our woo-woo seekers would love to know what chakras are associated with claircognizance.
Actually, yeah, the main chakra that it's actually related to is the crown chakra. So this is actually located on the top of the head. Its colors are either violet or pure white. And what it does, it connects you to the universal wisdom, divine truth, and higher guidance. It's the doorway where spirit downloads in knowledge straight into your awareness. When it's balanced, you trust your inner knowing without needing the constant proof. There's clarity and alignment with your higher self. That is when it's balanced. Now, if it's not balanced, you're going to be overthinking, doubting, disconnecting, over cynical, feeling spiritually blocked. Sometimes even the opposite of like where you're being so open that you feel scattered or overwhelmed. So some of the things that you can actually do to either cleanse or activate your crown chakra is meditation. Meditation's a great one with either a purple or white light pouring through you, through the crown chakra. You can spend time under the open sky, especially stargazing, which I love stargazing. You can work with crystals like amethyst, clear quartz, or selenite. What you do is you practice surrender and trust. And you write down intuitive knowings before your mind analyzes them too much. And I think we've gone over this before, where the moment that your mind gets involved, that's when you start doubting things. So if you can take your mind out of it, then you'll have a full experience.
It's not easy to do, though.
No, it's not very easy to do at all. Like we've talked about before, one of our teachers once said something along the lines of, and I'm probably getting it wrong, but the only surprise is that I'm still surprised.
I like that.
That it's even years later, they're still surprised. So I can give myself a little grace that way. Then obviously we have the third eye chakra, which is a supporting cast, if you will. We've already talked about it, but it's I'll go over it a little bit more. It's located between your eyebrows. Its color is indigo. And this governs the intuition, insight, and perception. So while the crown chakra brings the download, the third eye actually helps you interpret it and integrate it. When balanced, you're going to have a vision of truth, inner clarity, and the ability to discern insight without confusion. But sometimes unbalanced ones, you get headaches, brain fog. Some people call it the monkey mind, if you will, being overly skeptical. and swinging too far into fantasy without grounding. So obviously, once again, visualize that indigo light for meditation work, breath work, and the lapis, sodalite, and fluorite are all really good ones to help enhance that chakra. Keep a journal. Sometimes, or many claircognizance downloads arrive through dreams. And I would have to say, like that download that I got that I posted on Facebook for myself, like I always say, it wasn't my message. I got to be the messenger. And like it came out of a dream, and I was even late for work, which I hate being late for work. It like stresses me. But I was late because I had to finish this. I knew that if I didn't get it down, then I would lose it. And so I did. I took a picture of it, and whenever time I had free, I wrote it all out. But yeah.
Wow.
So most of my incredible insights are always during dream time. So I know that we've done it in the past for all the other clairs. And I know that you've researched quite a bit of the lesser known clairs. Are there any that we should know about for claircognizance?
Oh, we have a few. And some of them are new.
Oh, fun. Exciting.
The first one we have is the soul star chakra. It is just above the head. So the color is often seen as white, gold, or iridescent rainbow.
Oh, fun.
This chakra is sometimes called the seat of the soul. It's where the higher guidance, soul memory, and divine downloads enter before they filter through the crown. Many claircognizants feel the pressure or tingling above their head when this activates. So when it's balanced, you have a strong sense of purpose, easier to access wisdom beyond the mind. Unbalanced is you feel cut off from guidance or doubting intuitive flashes.
So is there a way to activate that? Because I don't know if I've ever even associated with that one.
So you could do that by meditating with a golden or white light a foot above your head as if a star is shining there. Visualize a cord of light connecting from the soul star down through your crown and into your heart. Spend time under the night sky. Stargazing naturally awakens the center. So there's stargazing again.
Oh, yay. I love stargazing, so that's good. Now, I didn't before.
You can imagine cosmic rain of white light flowing down through this chakra, washing away doubt, or using crystals like selenite or Herkimer diamond near the top of your head during meditation.
I'm going to so use my Herkimer diamond this way.
There you go. And we went to get Herkimer diamonds together.
We did. That was the funnest trip, but yet we produced very little.
Yes.
It was so flippin' hot. Oh my God. I like cold. I live in Minnesota for a reason. It was so hot that day.
It was. And then to use a hammer and whatever it was.
It was hammer and chisel. We had hammer and chisel. We did it though.
We did.
Do we have safety glasses? I can't remember. I think we did, didn't we?
I think we did. Yeah.
Yeah. Safety first, people. Safety first. It was still fun though.
It was.
I got my first introduction to New York pizza that way.
Man, that pizza wasn't that good.
Well, now I've got to come back and get more pizza.
Yes. Okay, so next we have is the palate and the tongue chakra. And we went over for claircognizance. We have this, the location is the soft palate where the tongue touches the roof of your mouth. Sometimes the color is described as a silvery blue. The palate and the tongue chakra acts as a bridge between the crown and the throat, helping downloads move into language and understanding. Without this subtle center, knowings can stay vague or hard to articulate. How to activate: place your tongue lightly on the roof of your mouth while meditating is a gentler form. Hum softly, feeling the vibration of the soft palate.
The whole time you're saying this, I remembered this. So my tongue is at the roof of my mouth. I'm just saying. Trying to open that tongue chakra.
You could do gentle mouth yoga, exaggerated vowel sounds, A, E, I, O, U. So you just exaggerate those vowel sounds. Sip warm herbal teas and visualize them cleansing energy through your palate. We also have the medulla chakra.
Oh, that's a new one.
That is a new one. So the location is the back of the head where the neck meets the skull. This is sometimes called the mouth of God. The color is blue-violet. It regulates spiritual energy coming into the body. It works like a gateway where downloads from the highest chakras get translated into the nervous system. Claircognizance often feel tingling or warmth at the base of their skull. Focus awareness at the base of the skull while breathing slowly and deeply. Gently tilt the head back and forth to loosen the energy flow at the neck. And visualize indigo or violet light radiating at the back of your head, connecting the crown to the throat.
You know, this is interesting. When I was talking to you about one of the first vivid clairvoyant exercises that I ever did. Now, she talked about the back of the head, but she didn't name it, where you connect your third eye to the back of the head into your crown. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. How to cleanse it: you place an amethyst or lapis lazuli at the back of your neck during meditation. And you could always use sound healing like singing bowls, tuning forks placed just behind the head.
I have a friend of mine that has singing bowls, and they're from Hawaii. Amazing singing bowl meditations that she has done. I'm going to have to do one of those again.
Oh, very good. So we have the hand and palm chakras. The color is white or golden light. So many people feel their knowing flow through their palms when writing, typing, or channeling. This automatic writing sensation is claircognizance being expressed through these chakras. So how to activate it: you could rub your palms together until warm, then hold them slightly apart and feel the subtle energy ball forming. You can practice automatic writing. Let your hands channel the words without overthinking. Use Reiki hand positions, even just on yourself, to stimulate the flow. Okay, so you could soak your hands in warm, still water and run them under cool water while visualizing energy washing away. Or shake your hands after intuitive work to release the excess energy. Activating these minor chakras works best when combined. For example, keeping the tongue in the palate while visualizing the soul star glowing above and letting the flow move down through the altar major into your body. It's like opening up a circuit for claircognizance downloads.
Very interesting.
So, Becky, what are some exercises that our woo seekers can try to strengthen claircognizance?
Okay, so one of the first ones is, and I do this, where you ask yourself a question out loud. So what should I wear today? And we've already talked about it too, where you kind of get a knowing of what you need to wear depending on what you're lacking. Like if you need more in your heart chakra, you wear green. If blue, your throat. We've talked about that. Another one is split second answers. So you're literally not using your brain. You're just very, very fast. And I probably shouldn't snap my fingers, but yes, split second answering equals claircognizance. Train by writing down your first impression before your logical mind kicks in. A friend of ours is doing a lot of tests lately and second guesses questions, and he changes his answers. Anybody's ever done that? And you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to change it. And that's the one you get wrong.
Yeah, I do that too. Well,
Yeah.
not that I'm taking any tests, but you know.
Right. But like if you don't question it and you just ask yourself really quick questions and you just give your first impression and just leave it. That's generally claircognizance. The other one is, sit with a pen and paper, and you touched on it already. You've got automatic writing. Set a timer for 5 to 10 minutes and write whatever comes without editing. Notice how much flows in. So then there's the questioning journal, where you write a question at the top of the page, you breathe, and you just allow the knowing to answer it.
Oh, we have a book just like that. The Woo Woo Seeker's Journal, Answers from Your Soul.
Yeah. Pretty profound questions, too.
Didn't you start some meditations for that?
I have started meditations for them, but I have not made them public yet. It's something I'm working on, people. We'll get there, though. All these questions would be from the Answers from the Soul book.
Oh, that's great. Now let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a separate book that you have for just automatic writing?
You know me. You know that I have many different books. I have automatic writing for other people. I have automatic writing for myself. I have my journaling. I have so many books.
Do you set a timer or do you just go until you run out?
I go until I run out. I have never set a timer, but the timer, I like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried any of these?
No, I haven't.
So then one of the other things is the knowing log, so like I have a notebook by my bed. So when I wake up and I have those insights that I just know that I have to write down, it's all in the same book. So I just jot it down. Sometimes I share it. Sometimes I know it's just for me. Even the small things. Another daily practice that you can do is each morning, write down one thing you just know will happen today. It could be anything little, somebody cutting you off in traffic, whatever it is. Review it that evening, and this builds confidence and accuracy over time. Just kind of fun. Do you have any?
I have a couple of games. So you could pick a friend, you and your friend write down 3 things that you both just know will happen in the next week. Seal them in an envelope or put them in a notes app or you just put them on a piece of paper and then check back next week to see which ones hit.
Oh, that's cool. We might have to try that ourselves.
Yeah. And then you could do the what's happened next game. So before opening an email, a text, or even social media notification, pause, ask yourself, what do I already know about what's inside? Write it down or say it out loud before check-in. Do you have any others?
I have a few more. There's the coin toss experiment. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You flip a coin, but you don't look at it right away. Instead, notice the first knowing that comes. So it's heads or tails. Track how often your first hit is right.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. I'm going to start doing that. I watch the football game, so why not, right?
Yeah. Do you do that with football games? I know that they're just going to win.
I'm a Vikings fan, so I always think they're going to win.
Okay.
Even though I know that they're not always going to win, I just assume I go in, they're going to win.
Okay. Yeah, because if you go in and they're not going to win, then you'll feel bad that they lost because you kind of said it out there.
Exactly. I do not wear my lucky socks for no reason.
What do these lucky socks look like?
They're, of course, purple.
Oh, okay, good. I love it.
Yes. Here's another one. I've done this. Parking spot predictions. So as you're driving in a parking lot or trying to find a parking spot, you rely on it to choose which lane or area you should go to get an open spot.
Oh, okay. So if it's usually like a busy parking lot.
I've done this at the Mall of America.
Yeah, I was going to say mall.
Huge. Yes. So, me and my Claire audience, right? I love doing the song game, right? So before you hit the shuffle playlist, you tune in what song you already know will come up. Now, I haven't done this, but I'm certainly going to try. Even if you're not right, once you notice if the lyrics or the theme matches what you were sensing. So that's kind of a fun thing because you were looking for a certain message, if you will. And so maybe it's not the song that you wanted to hear, but it certainly has the same tone or the same message.
I don't use playlists, so I had CDs in my car, so I would know, like, after listening to them forever, know which song comes after which.
Well, I have a playlist. I have an hour and 15-minute drive one way to my work, and I have shuffle. So you never know. So the other one I know you've done while watching a show or reading a book, you pause halfway through and ask yourself how this ends. Check against the real outcome.
Oh, I love doing that. I'll even do it with the next word.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, do you have any more for us?
Yeah. You can meditate for 5 minutes with the intention, Spirit, give me what I need to know today. And notice the sudden words or ideas or concepts that appear.
Oh, that's neat.
How about you, Becky? You have any more?
Of course. So we have the download in the hot seat. Okay, so this is what happens. So you have somebody give you a random scenario. Say you're at a crossroads in the woods. What do you just know is down the left path versus the right path? And you give the first answer that drops in, and then you switch roles and have them answer. So this stimulates the sudden knowing. I think this is very similar to that rapid fire, like don't hesitate, always say the first thing that comes into your mind.
Yeah.
The next one is where you play with a friend without seeing them, even if you're over the phone, is they're holding an object, and it can be anything. And then you sit, you close your eyes, and you try to tune into what they're holding.
So what do you think some of the common challenges would be?
I think one of the ones that I know I struggle with is doubting yourself. Because there's no proof. I think that's my biggest challenge with claircognizance. It actually with all the clairs, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
One of the things that's claircognizance is because it's confused with overthinking.
Oh, that's right up my alley.
I hear you. The other one is, I think one of the biggest challenges outwardly is that other people not believing you until the events themselves are confirmed.
Oh, so they want the proof as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, Ro, what kind of lesser known clairs do we have that go along with claircognizance or are adjacent, intertwined with them?
Well, we have clairtangency, of course. So that's receiving intuitive knowing through physical touch or energy from objects, people, or places. Often the data in your mind suddenly comes through subtle energy or impressions that you feel through touch. And to strengthen it, you pick up an object, clear your mind, and note any spontaneous insights or images that appear. We also have clair intellect, which is higher mind downloads. So it's sudden intellectual understanding or insights without prior studying or reasoning. This is almost a cognitive form of claircognizance for information that arrives fully formed into your awareness. So I'll give you an example. You're sitting quietly with a cup of tea, not thinking about anything in particular, when suddenly a fully formed idea or solution pops into your mind. And that used to happen to me Being a developer, a solution to a coding problem used to just pop in out of nowhere. So to strengthen it, journal sudden ideas or solutions. Don't filter or judge them, even if they seem random.
Very interesting.
Yeah. We also have clairsomatic awareness. And this is receiving intuitive insight through physical sensations in your body. So claircognizance can manifest as a gut feeling, a tingling, or a pressure in the body that conveys knowledge instantly. An example would be you meet someone new, and before they even speak, you might feel a tightness in your stomach, and you just know this person may not have the best intentions.
I've had that.
I have too. So, tips to strengthen, just pay attention to your body sensations during decision making, meditations, and map them to insight. And then we also have clear projection. This is projecting your awareness outward to sense situations, events, or people. So claircognizance can emerge as an instant knowledge from these projections, often without active searching. So an example would be you're sitting at home and your awareness suddenly projects outward. You know that your friend who lives miles away is feeling upset. Later, they call to confirm that they had a rough day. You didn't go looking for the information, but your awareness extended beyond you, and that knowledge arrived instantly. So tips to strengthen it would be remote observation meditations. Notice the first thing that comes to mind about a distant event or person. So Becky, do you have any?
I do. They're adjacent to claircognizance. We've already gone over them, so I'm just going to briefly go over them. There's clair empathy. And this is where you're receiving intuitive insight by absorbing the emotional and energetic states of others. Your emotions can be triggered by sudden clarity or knowing, giving insights about others or situations. So, say you're walking into a room where nobody is speaking, yet you suddenly feel a wave of sadness that isn't yours. Like I've had that where, like I can walk into a room and I instantly like knew that my sister was upset with me, even though I didn't know that she was upset with me. Had that before. And tips to strengthen it. You can practice noticing all of those downloads and writing them down in your phone or journal, just during the conversation or a meditation, even. Clear ambient. So this is picking up subtle energy of an environment or a space. Walking into the room, you might suddenly just know something bad happened there. Like if you go into an old house for the very first time, before anyone tells you the history of it, you feel the heavy, unsettled energy, almost as if an argument or a sorrow still lingers in the walls. Another space can feel instantly light and welcoming, giving you the certainty that joyful gatherings were often taking place there. It's the environment itself that's communicating its story through the energy you pick up. So this happened to me when Chris and Dawn and I all went to this cave. It used to be like a speakeasy, and it was during the Prohibition era and stuff like that. I walked into that room and you could feel the heaviness because there was some disagreements and some people lost their lives apparently in this cave, but I felt that heavy energy of the place. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is clair location. So you're receiving intuitive information about people or events in distant locations. So claircognizance shows up as an instant knowing about somebody far away or something not physically present. Tips to strengthen it is just meditate on the situation and notice what pops in without getting too much in your head. Basically, claircognizance is deeply intertwined with all of these lesser known clairs. While it feels like a sudden knowing, it often draws from energy impressions like intellectual downloads, empathic cues, or environmental sensing. So, Ro, do you think claircognizance is connected to intuition, or do you think they're two different things?
I think they're two different things. So, intuition is the broader umbrella. It's that inner compass or guidance system that everyone has access to. It can show up through feelings, sensations, dreams, or subtle nudges. And claircognizance is a specific expression of intuition. It's when guidance arrives as a sudden, undeniable knowing without logic, reasoning, or physical cues. So all claircognizance is intuition, but not all intuition is claircognizance.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. For example, feeling uneasy about walking down a dark street, that is intuition, and it's done through clairsentience. Or suddenly knowing the best route to take without looking at the map, that is claircognizance, because that's something that you know without knowing why. Oh, Becky, since I know you're a dreamer, can claircognizance come through dreams?
Yes. And we had kind of talked about it a little bit earlier. Those are considered intuitive downloads. And those are dreams that can act like data transfer from subconscious. You might wake up with a sudden insight or a solution to a problem that seems to come out of nowhere. That's an intuitive download. But there are other different kinds. So there's precognitive dreams. So some people with claircognizance have dreams that hint at future events. For example, you might dream about a friend calling you, and then it happens a few days later. Even if you don't remember the dream clearly, the knowing can appear in your waking life. Didn't you have one of these dreams about a pregnancy, Ro?
Yeah, it was when I was pregnant with Anastasia. I had a dream that I was pregnant, and I just remember it so vividly, you know. And the next day, I had to take a pregnancy test, and positive it came.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did that freak you out a little bit, though?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, then part of me was like, oh, do I just want to be pregnant? Is that why I dreamt it? Because I wanted to be pregnant.
What you just hit on is I often wonder if we dismiss so many times that happens because we assume it's because we wanted it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because just like I did, I dismissed it as I wanted to be pregnant. That's why I had this dream that I was pregnant. And yeah, so I'm sure I've done that a million times. How about you?
I'm sure I have. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but yeah. Anyway, so another one is called a symbolic message. So these are dreams that use symbols. It might be a dream of a key or river or bird, or later you have a clear understanding of what it represented, even if you can't explain exactly why you know it. Interesting.
Yeah.
I used to dream, or I still dream, but I used to actually look it up really quick. What does airplane mean? Is it going up or is it coming down? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of like, that would be a symbolic meaning, of like you're looking for meaning in the dream because it was crazy dream. It's like if you dream that you're naked, well, that's exposure or vulnerability. So I think that's what that's kind of talking about a little bit.
Yeah. Do you ask chat what your dreams mean?
I don't. I haven't now. No. I do have a dream book, and I wish I knew the name of the actual book that I will go to. But nowadays I interpret it myself. If I
Oh,
get
okay.
yeah, so if I get stuck, I'll maybe ask one of you guys. But generally, I've kind of not done that in a while to actually look up the dream. So yeah.
If you find it, you could always put it on the
website. That's a great idea. Okay, so then obviously we've got a few more. Deja vu. That is a form of claircognizance. I've experienced it. You've experienced it. It's maybe linked to a past prophetic dream. For instance, you're walking into a cafe feeling certain you've been there before you might connect to the dream it barely you remember. So we've all had this, or you and I have talked about this, and we've both had this, where you just dismiss it of like, oh yeah, I've probably been here before, but it could be just it's in a dream.
I didn't know that deja vu was connected to dreams.
Yeah. I think it's kind of cool.
No, it is. I love going to old houses, like I said before, but yeah, I would get deja vu in those old houses.
Really?
Like I've been there before. Like things seem familiar.
Huh. That's really cool. So enhancing these abilities, keep a dream journal. We've talked about this before. Helps you notice patterns, symbols, and messages. Sometimes when you're actually doing it, I had a pattern with my words in episode 4, and I didn't even notice, but you noticed it, Ro. You know, where I had a pattern.
Oh, without words, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So writing down the dreams to strengthen your connection to your intuition and make it easier to trust the sudden knowing that comes in your waking life. So the bottom line, dreams can be a vessel where claircognizance delivers wisdom, often in the form of waking with the truth rather than remembering detailed dream imagery.
It's amazing how dreams can show up.
Yeah. There was a few things, in my little research, there was some fun facts that I found. Do you want to hear about those?
Oh, yes, I'd love to.
They're all really short and sweet.
Okay.
So we've got, people often describe it as data drops from spirit, like an inner Wi-Fi suddenly connecting to a higher network, which I thought that was pretty cool.
I did too. You put it in this century, let's just say.
This is true. Yes. So then, like clairvoyance and clairaudience, which involve imagery or sound, claircognizance arrives instantly. In 1 second, you don't know, and in the next second, you just know. And I like we've talked about it, you were daydreaming, and all of a sudden, I've got the solution to this problem. Another little fun fact, many experience sensations at the top of their head and at the back of their skull. So again, with that Alta Major chakra, right before the knowing comes through.
Huh. I do get tingles at the top of my head.
Do you?
But yes, but I don't know. Sometimes I'll get it in my third eye, but I never notice if I get a knowing like right after that. Oh, that's something. Oh, got to pay attention to.
I knew you were going to say that. So now she's busted my chops about it.
No, I was going to say it anyway, but then when I was about to say it, I'm like, oh.
Oh, okay. So sometimes it's often overlooked because it doesn't come in as a vision, a voice, or feeling. People just dismiss it. And we talked about this a little bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just a thought, and it's quickly dismissed. That's why you don't recognize it.
Yep. It's funny. I noticed when it gives me solutions, but I'm not really noticing it otherwise. Isn't that funny? Yeah.
Well, and that actually goes into my my next one and last one. The biggest challenge for claircognizance isn't receiving the knowing, it's trusting the knowing. The more you acknowledge it, the stronger it becomes.
And that's with all the clairs.
I know.
Every single one of them.
Yes. Yes. So, do you want to go over some myths and correct those myths for us?
Absolutely. So the first myth I have, if it's real, you'll never doubt it. So even strong claircognizance wrestle with the second guessing because the knowing feels like their own thought. See?
Yep, over and over again. It's a theme, isn't it?
Yes.
Ugh.
It only happens in meditation. So claircognizance can strike in the shower while driving or mid conversation. Spirit doesn't wait for a perfect silence.
That's okay. When I'm meditating, there isn't perfect silence anyway.
Oh, that's good to know.
I constantly have to tell myself, no, back off. This is not your time right now. This is a different. You hold on.
Yeah, that is something I definitely struggle with is meditating, because I'll forget that I'm meditating. I'm like, and then I'll have a full conversation. But anyway, the next one I have, it's a rare gift and only psychics have it. Everyone has flashes of it. The gift is recognizing and trusting it more consistently.
I love how that's put. It's a
Mm-hmm.
gift that you recognize and trust.
Yep.
Love it.
And the trusting again.
Yep. Yep.
The next one is you'll always know everything. Claircognizance doesn't turn you into a walking encyclopedia. It comes in moments of relevance, not on demand for every subject. Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Well, I keep on telling my daughter I know everything, so that's proving me wrong. So kidding. So not know everything. Experience has taught me a lot, but not everything.
Yeah, same. It feels dramatic and mystical. More often, it's subtle, like a whisper in your mind rather than a lightning bolt. I wouldn't mind the lightning bolt.
I agree. Once in a while, I just want to, hey, slap me in the face with it a little bit. You know, I'm like, hello, that wasn't subtle. But then I get that, and then I'm like, okay, you didn't have to yell. So, I'm a walking contradiction for them.
They'll just have to know what is good, what's not good for you. If you're claircognizant, you won't need other clairs, and that's not true. Claircognizance works best hand in hand with clairvoyance, clairaudience, or clairsentience, just to confirm the insights.
Okay, so I've got the last few truths versus myths.
Go for it.
Only spiritual people experience it. Like scientists, inventors, everyday folks get sudden downloads. I had a teacher once that many musicians get their instant downloads. It's that inspiration that you get. So spirit doesn't discriminate. It happens to everyone.
I was going to say writers. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, our inspiration for our books, that was sudden. It was just all of a sudden, well, we're going to do this.
Okay. Yeah. It just came out and it birthed eight books instead of one.
Yes, it did. It did. See, there you go. Your experience with it. Like you said, it birthed 8 books.
Amazing.
And I'm still so very proud of them. Okay, so you can't strengthen it. So just like every other clair, it is the more you practice it, and any skill for that matter. If you're a carpenter, the more you practice it, the better carpenter you become. Same with these. The more you practice these, the better they become. Plain and simple.
Oh, we'll have some meditations too. for claircognizance, so to help as well.
Yes. And in fact, we have for every episode we've done a corresponding strengthening exercise and practice. Tune in to our YouTube channel at Come Get Woo Woo to find those.
Yeah, and you should be able to recognize which ones are the podcasts and which ones are our meditations.
Yes.
Awesome. You have any more?
I do. Claircognizance is always dramatic and life-changing. We've experienced this before too. Nope. I wish it was that easy, but it's never going to be that easy. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be very subtle, but just as powerful.
We need those lightning bolts.
I know.
So, as we wrap up today's episode on claircognizance, remember that your sense of inner knowing is a powerful channel for intuitive wisdom. Whether it's a sudden download and insight that appears out of nowhere or a clear sense of truth without evidence, trust what you know has a message just for you. The more you honor your inner knowing, the stronger and clearer your guidance becomes. This was such a fun episode to explore the language of knowing. Take a moment today to notice how many times when you just know something without reason, every acknowledgement strengthens your gift. Do we have anything else to share?
So yes, in our next episode, we'll break down astrology basics, just enough to give you a solid foundation that helps you understand your chart before we layer in how it connects with your intuitive gifts. Basically, we're setting the stage for your stars to make sense before your clairs take the spotlight.
I am looking forward to that episode.
I know it's going to be fun. And here are the 3 words for this week from the Woo Woo Seeker's Journal, A Journey for Your Signs and Symbols, Book 1. Contentment, child, box. See what rises, see what resonates, and go to @WooWooSeekers on YouTube to listen to the meditation for these words. You can find all of the words and the link to our newsletter on our website, comegetwoowoo.com. Thank you.
Thanks for getting woo-woo with us today. If something sparked a memory, a message, or just made you smile, share it with a fellow seeker, because the journey is always better when you can grow together. Be sure to find us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Woo Woo Seekers, so you can like, follow, and subscribe.
You can also follow us by visiting our website, comegetwoowoo.com. We are so much more than just another podcast. We're building a community of seekers just like us. We love hearing from you. If you've got signs, symbols, or stories that you want to share, email us at woowooseekers@gmail.com. Or any questions about today's episode, you can email us at comegetwoowoo@gmail.com.
Until next time, stay curious, stay open, and as always, come get woo-woo with us.